Hello and welcome to another very special episode of Gundam Battle Operation 2, this time featuring, and I'm going to try to say it right, the Guncannon Heavy Type D, a modification of the Guncannon in making it more maneuverable. And it was accepted to being a suit to be mainly produced, but ended up being postponed due to a lot of other suits such as higher performance suits and general mass production taking place. So it mostly saw conflict or action in Africa and South America, or Central Asia. Sorry about the South America part. My bad. It's an interesting suit in terms of how it plays, and I'll get into that in just a second. Let's go over its features. It has a ballistic resistance and beam resistance of 20, a melee resistance of 22, a range strength of 33, a melee strength of 7, so it can make kittens mildly upset, a movement speed of 110, and a thrust gauge of okay. Close range slots, it has 8, medium and long range slots, it has 10 of each. For equipment, it has the rocket bazooka. It has blow enhanced, when you really got a fist. It has the shoulder cannons that we all know and love from the Guncannon, head mounted Vulcan, and it has enhanced hand grenade ease. And a shield, which is uncharacteristic of a lot of the original Guncannons. It has leg shock absorber, enhanced tackle, anti-blast stabilizer, high performance balancer, melee combo controller, maneuver armor, high performance scope, explosive reactive armor, and shield tackle. You might notice it does not have a dodge roll. It doesn't, which can throw some people off, especially early on. This is an interesting unit that I often struggle finding a good way to play it. It really excels supporting another unit, be that unit a support that it's going to be able to act as the middleman or the shield for, effectively hitting units and stunning them and then letting the support really work someone over, or if it's the cleanup crew for a raid, or just making it easier for the generals in the mix to get out a unit when it's staggered, forcing dodge rolls, interrupting counterattacks, so on and so on. This unit excels at basically being, well, peanut butter. It makes things more difficult to get done, and in the right hands can be a real unholy terror. But again, it really depends on your team and how they play. If they don't play together, this unit is going to have a hell of a time, and it's going to attract an unusual amount of raid of attention who are going to think it's a, well, Guncannon support, of course. But it might be fun for people, but I would say give it a try, see how it works, try to basically find a buddy and go from there. So let's see how it does in the match to come.
Hey, welcome to the match with the Guncannon Heavy Type D. This is a unit I've had my up and downs with. I kind of enjoy the playstyle, but you kind of need the right team setup. And this one, I'm going to say, is the right team setup. We didn't really need 3 supports, but the 2 Hyzac cannons are going to be very helpful in the match to come. So we're going to just go ahead and zoom up towards the metal. I hate NASCARing it, so I generally do my best to avoid it. I missed that shot. But this is a pretty agile unit. No dodge roll, but, you know, whatever. They can put some damage out, too. So my goal in this match was basically to, right in the leads, to support the supports as much as I could. So I'm basically inconveniencing that guy, taking a beating for him, and, you know, go ahead and kick this guy in the face. It's not super high melee damage, but you can get some maneuvering around. I'm mostly trying to, oh, and I read that. Counter. My lord, he's gonna get knocked out. But, effectively, I'm just trying to support these, well, supports. Which, you know, usually it's the opposite way around, but it's gonna get a little ugly up here. Nobody's an idiot in this match. Though I think that guy got confused. I think he thought I was his supporter. And, well, back to what we're doing. So, my main goal in this is to effectively help my team keep the hill, but I'm up here fighting by myself at this point. So I'm going to use this building to try to tank a few shots for me. There's a support to my right. There's this guy trying to gun me down. So I'm just going to delay him as much as I can and frustrate him. Oh, there we go. We got him out. The blast radius for these weapons is great. It's got a decent loadout for what it is, and it's pretty quick, which can be a bit surprising. But right now I'm just being as annoying as I can to help break up their team a little bit, and I'm trying to basically annoy the support here. Alright, so we already have a base bombing going on. Always fun. Thanks, number one. Why is it always number one? Does anyone know? Let me know in the comments, please. Is it a curse? But anyways, I'm going to move up because I see what's going on here. So I just kind of want to ward this guy off. Basically kind of create openings for the other units. And just take shots. Because I was nearly dead anyway, so... Score is pretty close. They got a slight edge. There's some base bombing shenanigans going on. How do I feel about this unit? I like it, but it can be a temperamental unit, and if people know what you're doing, they can read you pretty well. And we're about to have the base bombing go off. It's a little early before it makes any real sense to do it, but whatever. Come in, throw some support there, take that guy out. And now you can see the Hyzak cannons are starting to put some real suppressing fire out there. So, effectively, I'm just going to keep hovering around and acting as a spoiler for some of these units. And just really be obnoxious to them. You know, open them up for taking shots. Ward them off from getting up the hill as much as possible. I am trying to muck up their legs a bit. Oh, that grenade completely flubbed. But effectively, I'm trying to just act as a barrier and be really annoying. I know I'm going to take hits, I know I'm going to take a lot of damage, but if I can get it where the supports can really get some of that damage out there, and more importantly, we can start outranging the other team and just make them have a bad day, then, well, they're not going to be able to take advantage fully of our 3 support squad, which is effectively 2 generals and 2 supports at the moment. So, this raid, just not having a good day. So, I'm going to take a shot at that support, then I'm going to zip over here because I know that my supports were over here. Managed to kill that one, but he's gone now. There was a raid here, but he's gone now. It's an interesting match. It's kind of one of the types of matches these ones devolved into. They're either a long-range fight over the middle, or they're just racing around in semicircles in a way. I hate the Arctic base fill of some maps, and I always find that obnoxious. But this is where this unit kind of excels. Basically mid to longish range. It's not super long range, but it has a lot of potential to just throw out some rounds, stagger people, make them have a bad day. I've tried to play it close, and it can be effective if you're using it to support a raid. It can actually be really annoying as hell. But, yeah, I generally think it performs best here, acting as kind of a spoiler. Pardon me. So, you're going to see a lot of that in here. You're going to get a little bold and move forward to help my friend here take the raid out again. And I'm just throwing out these interruptions so that people can take some real heavy damage. Miss that shot. And just try to keep mobile. That's usually the best thing you can do. Chuck some grenades, keep them uncomfortable, moving. And that guy, that's such a bad day. So I noticed they're kind of gathering up here. I waste my time trying to get a perfect shot on that guy, and then I realize there's two people directly behind me. So it's the raid again. And I was going to be a little bit more concerned, but he gets countered. So I turn back around as we hit the 20-ish mark and give that guy a little kick in the back of the head. Keeps him motivated, you know. And he's nearly dead, so I figured that he'd get finished off, so I went over to mess with this guy, and then I realized he didn't panic charge. He panic charges. And then he just gets immediately killed. And that's the end of the match. Let's see how we did. Alright. Yeah, it's a victory pose. Not too bad. 2 board spots and 2nd place. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.